Cold email is an automation dream. It's one of the most repeatable, automatable, is that even a word, processes and lead generation things you can actually do. So it doesn't need to be crazy complicated though. The hardest part is matching up the people that you're emailing with the message that you're emailing them and the timing. That's really it. Right person, right message, right time. It's marketing 101 really. Putting your list together is the most labor intensive part of it. Everything else is fairly easy to automate. There are scraping tools that allow you to scrape LinkedIn and various websites and directories and things like that to produce your lists. But in the beginning, you don't really want to be doing that. So we actually got better proposals off the ground. We got our first customer with cold email, and this is how we did it. I would Google web design London, because I knew that was a massive search term, and anybody on that front page was going to be getting hammered with proposal requests all day long. So I knew proposals were going to be top of mind. There was not going to be a single day where that person that received that email isn't going to be thinking, oh, I've got to do another proposal. So I knew that it was a good set of people to be hitting. So I would go through each page and try and get to a point where I've got 100 there. I would put them all into Excel and literally just email them, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And all I would be doing, I'll dig out the exact message, but all I would be doing is literally just asking to speak to the person that was responsible for sending proposals and to ask them a question. I forget what the question was, but I'll dig the message out and I'll put it in the notes below, and you can see the exact template that we used back in the day. It produced an insane response to the point where I had people calling me immediately saying, yes, absolutely, I've got this problem, like proposals are a nightmare, like what is it that you're doing? It's a real problem for us. So that was a real eye-opener. So it told me very clearly and very quickly that the people that I was emailing definitely had this problem, and it was massive proof of concept, not only for the product that we were selling, but also for the method that we were doing it. So be smart enough to know you're getting lucky. We then put a system in place. So I would have somebody each week go through and give them a new city in the UK. So it'd be Manchester, it'd be London, it would be Brighton, it would be Liverpool, whatever. And I would just give them a new city and they would be typing the same thing in, web design Liverpool, web design whatever. And they would just be searching, producing that list, give me 100 every week. So every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock, 10:30, I would start emailing and I would try and get all of them done by the time I got around to 11:30. And then on Thursday in the afternoon, around 2-3 o'clock, I would send the follow-up ones. They were always a little bit harsh because I would use the subject line. Do this, don't do it. You make your mind up. I would put in, I would fake a reply. So I'd put RE : space. We've decided to go with another company. And it was harsh, and it did generate a lot of negative response, but also it did work as well. So first rule of emailing is get attention. So you get attention first and then deal with your message later. And that worked really, really, really well. So I think our first 150 customers came exactly from this method and this method alone. So it's a really, really, really good way of doing things. Now, to take things to the next level, you can get a lot of different tools to do the emailing part for you. That isn't really something you should be doing manually. That you can do automatically. Loads of these tools plug into Gmail, and then Gmail's got a sending limit, I think at the moment, of about 500 a day, which is absolutely plenty. If you're emailing 500 people a day, that is loads. And if you can't generate leads out of that, then something's wrong with your messaging or your targeting. So the message limit is far from an issue. The list building can be a little bit labor intensive, but again, just outsource that. Make sure you've got clear instructions, outsource it, give a few tips and tricks on the way, like go to the team page, try and get a name. It always worked better when I had a name. And try to use a little bit of common sense as well. So, going to the team pages is always a good start, but you can have a look in other areas on the website as well. Spending 30-40 seconds looking through a website to get a name is worth that 40 seconds, rather than just scraping the info out email. So there you go. It's a brilliant process. If you can try and find something nice and simple to get people to say yes to, ask a good question, make the email forwardable to other people, and just make it something that's really easy to reply to, really easy to say yes to. Keep it nice and short, and follow up within 3 or 4 days. And then if they don't respond after that, don't worry about it. Just move on. You're not trying to get blood from a stone here. You're just trying to find that low-hanging fruit, people to say yes if they've got a current problem, and that's really it. And as soon as you can, get this stuff automated, because there's plenty of tools out there to do it. And yeah, put this one on the back burner once you've got it automated and move on to the next one.